Hello everyone, my name is Grethade here from 01gaming.com and noobcastgaming.com, and if you've caught any of my streams recently, I decided to do a how I bombed my Starcraft ladder, and with that I had one of the most intense games. In fact, it's so intense I'm going to actually have to do this at 8 times speed. The reason for this is the game turned out to be 2 hours. I kid you not. I had a couple people that stuck with me through the entire stream. The entire thing. So what we're looking at here is he's walling off, and he's doing a wall off a little differently than how I've done it. Like he's doing a bunker, and he's got a couple here. Oh, that was my scout. I'm doing my typical wall off here. I had a pretty rough start, so I decided to go with my typical Marine Marauder medevac drop. You know, the 830-ish drop. Yeah, here we go. This was rather effective. Rather. Not completely. His turrets made short work of this. But watch. He's been sieging. The siege tank absolutely decimated me when I got to that point. Right? These 3 Marauders are doing their thing. I actually did quite a bit of damage with those Marauders. In the meantime, I've expanded. I've got a 3rd barrack out. There goes my 2nd starport, my 2nd factory. And yeah, there I go on the front base. Trying to do damage. The way he's got everything set up right now. Little Hellions did damage there, but managed to stay alive once again. Here we go again. I'm expanded even further to try to get more minerals. You are going to see some ridiculously high amounts of mineral in this game. I'm not so sure about from my opponent, but from me, certainly. Alright, so there we go. Another drop coming up here. I suspected that turret to be there, so there we go. That time he had 3 sieges, 4 sieges sitting there waiting for me. There's a 5th, and he is mass sieging the hell out of this situation. You can see I put up Marines at the Zelnaga towers. I decided to keep those so I could see like those Hellions doing their thing there, which means I also knew that they were coming here. Right. Crazy, right? Oh, it gets better. Notice that we're only half an hour in. This only gets better. Here we go. Mass starports. He starts getting Vikings. He's gonna start getting Banshees. He's gonna have cloak Banshees. He's doing a distant. See, I didn't understand that. He could have actually got minerals a little bit faster if he just set up his command center differently, but you know, to each his own. There's my massive army again. There's another attack on me. And here's the thing, is like I did not see those right away, and they did the damage. He had a ton of Banshees. So by this point, yep, there goes my expansion there. I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to get this guy? Right? You see that we have a pretty good extensive control over things here. Oh yeah. There I hung out. Didn't realize he had a base going right there at the same time. I did not see that. If you switch it to Grethade's view, yeah. Could not see it. Could not. So I had no idea it was there. So massing everything up again. Now I'm at 200 supply. And we're going to play again. Oh yes. This just keeps getting more and more intense. That must have been a... Yep, it was an SCV. Anyway, here we go. There's that. Still doing plenty of damage. I'm going to take it on quite a bit here, though. Look at all that go. There goes to one of his expansions. Notice that his minerals slow down quite a bit from that. I did put a good amount of damage there. And that's when I discovered that. Yes. So, what do? You got it. Now here's the interesting thing. From here, he couldn't do anything. I played the same game with the sieges as he was playing. Distant siege uses scans to determine everything. I was at that point right there. I really decided I hated cloak banshees. Right? Had more sieges come up, just shield out, took out a lot of different things, and then I just kind of stuck them in. Look at that. That's an intense amount of damage. Because that here's the supply. I mean, that took him down to 161 at one point. Not to mention, look at all these guys. Yeah, there was actually 20 Vikings there. This is going to be part of a push and strat that I ended up using. Lord knows I needed it. Because it was... Well, you'll see in about an hour why I needed them. Yeah, anyway. We got... I must have forgot about that seat. No. He was parked there purposely. He was right on the edge. In fact, I'm not sure why I didn't siege up other than the fact that I knew that was there. Oh no, I had scanned at this point. So if you were watching my view, you would see that I have already scanned. I knew this was there. And that this guy was parked there on purpose in that. Right. And then I must have forgotten about him as well. Funny how that works. So, you're going to see this type of warfare for about the next 50 minutes or so, where it's this constant pushing back and forth. Let these Vikings go to work here. Oh yes. I was at another part of the map trying to macro at this point. Yeah, you can tell when I'm actually controlling them because there they go. Keep in mind the other thing is that by this point, of course, everything has 3/3 tech upgrades. Oh, he doesn't. You look at my units though. Where's one of my units? Well, there's my... He's only got 2 right now. I've already taken bases up here. Notice how I control a lot more of the map at this point. I think that actually constituted to how much more I was able to take control of this game. Because... And look at this. 11,000 minerals. 3,000 gas. I couldn't pump out fast enough. At this point, keep in mind, I also have... he's already done damage up here. So I have 4 racks up here. I've lost my factory and starports, but that's okay because look what I got going on up here. 3 factories, 3 starports. Oh yeah. And there was no way Banshees were going to make it into my base. No. It might seem ridiculous to have this many turrets, but I want to point out one thing. Look at how many minerals I had. I did not care. You can see there's all my upgrades. So everything's rocking 3/3 upgrades. You know, there's that. Ground has 3/3. Air has 3/3. Yep, actually using Ravens. Ravens came in handy. Maybe not on that push. So here's comes some of that pushing warfare that I was doing before. Right? Attack, retreat. You see there, I was trying to do stuff with this group too. Actually, it worked out pretty well. So just, voila. So, here we go again. I know what's down here now. He's got his sensor tower, he's got sieges, he's got a banshee, he's got a good amount of air and ground taken care of there. This base right here This base was the pinnacle point. He who controlled this spot on the map controlled the game. At this point, he held me at bay. You can see my supply was much higher. And part of that was probably all my SCVs, because if you noticed... Alright, I tried a ghost attack. Almost worked. Almost. Had it stayed for about 3 more seconds, I would have gotten it. I would have been a very, very happy player. But no. He counted it. Yep. There's that line. And here I go. This is me pushing that line. Back, back, back. Down, down, down. Quite an extensive amount of damage. By the way, I want to point out again just how many minerals I had. There was no way I could burn through all my minerals. There's actually a point where I ran out of mineral fields, and it didn't matter. I could keep producing. The only time that ever comes in handy. Not necessarily a good idea. It just happened to work for me in this one-off case. So Lord knows he's keeping his mineral count low the whole time. And for good reason. Oh, there he goes. He's finally starting to 2-base again. But, you know, 2-base where you're constantly spending, where I'm spending, I was 4-basing, now I've kept minerals going. And look at all these SCVs. So many of them. There's about 30 there. Anyway, back to the push here. You guys get the idea, right? Yes. This is where the strat starts coming in. Vikings, siege tanks. Yes. You're going to see me mass 3 things here in just a little bit, and this was the overall strat idea. Siege up, push with the siege tanks, get the Marines to fill in the gaps, and if I need air support, I have a shitload of Vikings. Oh yeah. And unlike other Vikings, like the Minnesota Vikings, these guys actually did their job. There we go. Notice the pushback. Just one type of push after another type of push. Grethade had control of that point. And see down here, I decided to do a little bit of damage. Oh, look at all that. Okay, so he went for a lower base. I was here earlier. I'd already mineraled out some of it, but this was a big strategic spot for him too. Of course, with my massing I've already done, and the amount of damage that he's taking versus me. Yeah, nothing but good things was coming for me, not so good things for him. Knowing that, look at that, there goes those. I happen to know it's just that one turret left. In go the Marines. Look at that. Didn't even need the siege tanks for that command center. And now I've got over half the map. Going for the final hurrah here. There I go, start pushing up, starting to try to hold my line right here. You're gonna see his last ditch effort. This was a lot of fun. Alright. We got that base that's completely out. And now, completely gone. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and do the next push. Do a little bit of damage here. At this point, what I'm waiting for is those scans. Yes. He knew there was trouble coming from that. Look at that. He actually hid those down there. This is fun. Guess what meets those sky units? Air units are met with turrets. Oh yes, turrets are going to take down those big old exploding thingies. Yeah. Battle cruisers don't have much of a chance with that. I'm sorry. They're good support, but that's all they really are, is support. This is his last hurrah. Trying to make his way up my base. I let it go because I know it was okay. I also knew that this push... Yeah, look at that. Yes. There it was. That was by far the best GG ever received. Just because of the fact that it was such an intense back and forth game. See here? Out of minerals. Out of minerals. Out of minerals. Out of minerals. There was no coming back from it on either side at this point. His effort was worth noting. It was very strong, but look at that. Look at that. 19 Vikings. It's actually 20 of them, so there's another one somewhere. There's a ton of sieges. Ground units are gone, but that's okay. Really don't need them at this point. Oh, there's the other Vikings. There's a ton. That just, it was too much to come back from. Gotta give it to him though. With the amount of units that he had, he definitely knew how to hold his ground. That was very strong, but sometimes it really is just, if you have that many numbers to do strong pushes with, that's what it's going to take. That's going to end any game. Hopefully you got to appreciate this. I'm also going to load the actual game at normal speed, so if you have 2 hours of time that you're killing and you happen to want to throw those up on a second monitor or whatnot, have at it. You'll hear the actual commentary from the stream, although you'll notice at one point I kind of lost the point of commentary because I was focusing on trying to win. Anyway, my name's Grethade. Thanks for viewing, and I'll catch you next time.